Hey everybody, welcome back to Ask Deli, the weekly show where I answer some of your guys' questions. And this week we're going to be talking a lot about weapons in DayZ. And I just wanted to also address that you guys aren't going to be watching DayZ on the back screen today. You guys are going to be seeing some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I know I got a lot of people who were commenting about that, saying, why don't you just upload DayZ? Why don't you put DayZ clips in the background? Well, I actually record most of my DayZ footage with a webcam, so it just doesn't look that great. And PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is a survival shooter that is pretty entertaining to watch, so I think it'd be a little bit better than just watching me looting houses in DayZ. Anyways, let's get started. Don't you think it would be cool if your character heard gunshots very close by, he would become nervous or scared and could start shaking? That's a really interesting question. I think that's a potential for soft skills. So I'd like to see something similar to that down the road. Maybe the more firefights that you're around, your character doesn't get as nervous, doesn't maybe shake a little bit. It needs to be almost negligible though, because soft skills don't want to have a dramatic impact on how the game is played, but assist the players in some way. But any form of suppression in video games, from what I've seen, hasn't really worked out. So it would be interesting to see how they could implement something like that. But I would not rule it out, because soft skills, hopefully in the future, will help define little moments like that. Hey Deadly, why is it that most content creators don't use military weapons? Most of the time I click a video, it's just someone killing with shotguns, MP5s, and other civilian weapons. With the exception of the occasional SKS and AK-74, I've hardly seen anyone make videos using guns like the M4, FAL, and AUG. If you're looking for content like that, you can check out the DayZ .61 playlist on my channel. It will include all the PvP fights and all the encounters from .61 and beyond. So I do have lots of videos using those weapons if you are interested. But I think the primary reason is most people don't make it that far. A lot of the time you're going to be finding shotguns and civilian weapons, and by the time you hit like Storoi or Novi, you're going to be running into a bandit squad that you have to try to kill. And usually those moments are really entertaining, and some of the best moments in DayZ. It's the FAL in the AUG and the M4 and some of those military weapons, they're so good at what they do that it can feel almost a little effortless at times with those weapons. So to be, well, and the shotgun is definitely effortless. I mean, that thing is, you don't have to be good at the game and you can just dominate if the shotgun. In fact, I'm going to urge anybody who thinks they suck at DayZ, just use the shotgun and you will not suck at DayZ anymore. Fuck all the other guns, just take the damn shotgun. The MP133, the double barrel. In fact, I would recommend just the MP133. Limit yourself to one gun, and that is one of the best guns in the game right now. So that is why I think most people don't create content with those types of weapons. They're also very difficult to obtain on private hives, and a lot of us content creators, we play on private hives. So unless you have a barrel stash, which most of us don't, then those items are typically hard to find. When do you think the next update will be released? I know you've made a video on it already, but everyone's opinions keep changing, so what's yours now? By the way, keep up the great work. Well, given the most recent status report, they said that .62 was planned to be out mid-April, and we've just kind of entered the second week of May, so technically almost a month behind schedule. So I would expect .62 to hit experimental branch really any day now. It's just kind of waiting on, I think, a few crashes. So hopefully soon we'll see it out there, and the graphic fidelity changes will hopefully bring a lot of people back into the game for maybe a month or two while we wait for .63. Yo Deadly, my 8-year-old son and I are huge fans of your DayZ videos. We were wondering what your thoughts were about footsteps and breath volume in DayZ at the moment. I personally think they're a bit too loud. First off, thank you guys for watching the videos and the live streams. I really appreciate that. Second, I think they're definitely far too loud, especially breathing. Breathing doesn't need to be as loud as it currently is in the game. You should really only be able to hear somebody who's breathing heavily if you're within like 2 or 3 feet away from them. Unless they've been running for just hours, but I'm not too sure if that, have you ever been in a situation where you can just hear somebody breathing so incredibly loud and there's nothing you can do about it when they're standing right next to you? It doesn't really sound like that. It's definitely a bug, and I'm hoping that they're going to be fixing it soon. As for the footstep sounds, I would like to see the sounds change based on what surface you're on, and just get new sounds for that and adjust the volumes for sure. If you're running along grass, I don't think it should be as loud as somebody who's running on pavement. But if you're running through like a deep wooded area, especially with 0.62, you should be making the maximum amount of noise. I wish that the game worked a little bit more like DayZ mod, where you had the volume and the line of sight for the zombies, but it would also let you know how much noise you're actually making. And I hope they bring that back sometime when they add the status markers in the bottom right corner of the screen. Hey Deadly, are you going to be making a video series like you have for DayZ, for PUBG and Escape from Tarkov, like PvP fails, looting guides, hostile encounters, etc., or possibly even new series ideas? Yeah, for sure. Escape from Tarkov and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds are now two very important staples in my community. I'm spending as much time on those games as I am DayZ now. So lately I've been producing 3 to 4 DayZ videos a week and 4 PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or Escape from Tarkov videos. So it's been a really nice mixture, and I think you guys have been liking them too, because in the current state of DayZ, we've done pretty much everything that you can possibly do. So there's not a whole lot of new content there, other than randomly meeting up with players or getting into firefights. And both of those can feel fresh all the time because that's just the way DayZ is. So there's an audience there looking for DayZ PvP content and also encounter-based content. But I don't really make a whole lot of DayZ guides anymore, just because they've been done so many times by a lot of other YouTubers. I just want to focus on what I'm good at with that game. I started playing DayZ a while ago, but I now just got into it. I'm trying to get my feel for some guns, and I've used the SKS and MP5 and a revolver, and now I'm trying to get an AKM. Any recommendations for guns to use? If you're new to the game, I don't recommend the AKM. It kicks way too much, it's going to get you killed. The AKM should be used as a DMR, essentially a single auto sniper rifle. If you are not going to be using it for that purpose, if you want to get a gun for CQB, I don't think the AKM is for you. If you want something with a little bit more, like it packs a punch, it could be used as a DMR and it's good at close range, I would use the SKS over the AKM over every single day of the week. But just like I said earlier in this video, man, just use the shotgun. It's extremely powerful and will get you through most situations, because in DayZ standalone, a lot of things typically end up CQB. Hey Deadly, what do you think of Escape from Tarkov? I'm planning to get it when it comes out, but I'm scared my computer can't play the game because I don't know the graphical requirement. Well, go to the website, escapefromtarkov.com or Battlestate, and you can figure out the graphical requirements for the game. And that goes for any video game out there if you're ever interested. Right now, Escape from Tarkov, I've put just about 250 hours into the game, and I've experienced almost everything I can in the current build. So I'm currently waiting for the next update to come out with the 2 new maps, Shoreline and City of Tarkov. And I'm also looking for some fixes for customs. The desync in the customs is a little too crazy. So one of the only maps I can enjoy is Factory and Woods. But I still play Tarkov at least once or twice a week. Hey Deadly, I'm a sub and I regularly watch your DayZ streams. However, I noticed that you almost never play with Markstrom TV, and if you do, it's only briefly on PUBG. I noticed you play more of Ace's Fury, and I'm not mad, Ace's is great, but I like it when you stream with MSTV. Is there any reason for this? Well, Markstrom and I are really good friends, and he just doesn't like the current state of DayZ right now. And because I play DayZ almost every single day, well, it's kind of a problem. But Markstrom and I always play together every Wednesday, so if you're interested in watching more of our broadcasts together, stop by then. Well guys, that's going to be it for this week's episode of Ask Deadly. I'm actually feeling quite under the weather right now, so I'm going to have to finish up this video a little bit early and get some rest. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments for next week's video. I upload these every Sunday, so if you want to get a chance to get your questions read live, then definitely stop by on Sunday.